Shalom, shalom, and welcome. This is Yasharal, Living Orders and Commands, an end-time series to those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, consisting of both Hebrews and Gentiles, made one in Yahushua Messiah. We are Yasharal. My name is Symmanayah, and today is January 30th, 2015. This segment of Yasharal, Living Orders and Command, is entitled Discerning the Schedule. Discerning the Schedule. My brothers and sisters, each day we discover breath, a heartbeat, a sound mind, and the ability to function. It proves that we have found favor with the Almighty Father Yahuwah. Believe it or not, we discover that we are receiving a chance or opportunities to improve in our worship and obedience to Him. For it is written, man does not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeds out of the Almighty Father. Individuals who earnestly pursue set apartness are facing maturity at different speeds, but nevertheless we grow forward. End times have no doubt ushered in discussions of what to expect as we continue to seek out our prospective purpose. There are many among us who are uncertain, while others may be a little bit more confident and have a sense of direction than others. There are those who are also confidently wrong regarding the task and expectations the Most High have for us or for them. Among believers exists the expectation of a final exodus, which I share the same position. I'm compelled to believe we will and must begin to understand the need for discerning the schedule regarding our service to the Most High Father regarding end times. For He is the creator of this plan, and we are on His schedule. The time is now to begin to discern that timetable and what is expected. In order to witness a final exodus en masse, there will be movement across the planet. Many people talk about being gathered from the four corners of the earth, but fail to discuss making preparations for movement. We speak strongly of our beliefs. We stand by our teachings confidently, but yet we show little actions towards preparing to fill our lamps with oil, so to speak, preparing to fill our minds with the living orders and commands. In other words, fill them by walking filled with the spirit of set apartness through Yahushua Messiah. There are specific details that will come to be, that we will learn to reflect on, and one will definitely include being able to adjust and adapt to the discoveries of set apartness like never before. Just think, all that have been spoken regarding scriptures, all that we have talked about, read, listened, all the different teachings and everything else regarding the beginning and what's to unfold in the end is starting to become visible before our eyes, the eyes of this generation. We are witnessing end time prophecies with such specificity, such specifics. The time is now to come to face the reality that there is work expected of us. There's a reason why we receive breath and a heartbeat. Like with anything being created, produced, or constructed, schedules are a very important part. We have learned to echo our beliefs so strongly, and we talk about our expectations, my brothers and sisters, but it's time to start discerning the living orders and commands as relate to the scheduled plan that the Most High Father have for His children. My brothers and sisters, I believe without a doubt we are about to witness the most powerful display of set apartness from the Most High Yahuwah working through His set apart spirit, sent in Yahushua's name. We are about to witness Him making known His detailed plan for our final days. It will be wise to seek to discern and respond timely to living orders and command from the Spirit of Yahushua. For there will be no obstacles, no man, nor woman, nor beast, nothing that can stop the plan of the Most High, nothing that can distort or compromise or make vanish the schedule of the Most High. I submit to you, there will be times when we will discover that we will respond, in some cases just before death and destruction hit a specific area, We may find ourselves moving on the schedule of the Most High and just barely being saved, but we would be saved from that destruction. I submit to you, there will be times when we will rejoice in the decisions that we make, and there will be others who will face regret and pain. We will learn how to respond to the orders, the living orders and commands from the Most High. End times have begun to unleash the need to discover the presence of the living Savior among us. I submit to you, in order to be in a position of discerning the schedule of the Most High, we will and must be able to discern His living orders and commands, His presence, sent by His set-apart Spirit, sent in Yahushua's name. Keep in mind, my brothers and sisters, the following will prove to have purpose like never before. There are some scriptures, as end times become intense, that's going to have more meaning to us. And I submit to you, here are a sample of some. John 10:27, my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Keep in mind, my brothers and sisters, there will be people that's not going to hear His voice. And no matter what we do, we can't make someone hear the voice of the living shepherd, the living Savior, the Master Yahushua Messiah. 2 Thessalonians 2:11 says, and for this reason the Almighty One sends them a working of delusion, for them to believe the falsehood, in order that all should be judged who did not believe the truth, but have delighted in unrighteousness. That's 2 Thessalonians 2:11 and 12. You see, some will receive the working of delusion, and it is nothing we can do to clear it up. It is the fruit of their rebellion. It is the fruit of a wrong decision. 1 John 4:6 says, we are of the Almighty One. We are of the Almighty One, the one knowing, the Almighty One. Almighty One hears us. He who is not of the Almighty One does not hear us, but this we know, that the Spirit of truth and the Spirit, this we know, the Spirit of truth and the Spirit of delusion. The need to begin learning what it means to truly discern will rise among us, my brothers and sisters. You will begin to experience seeing the Spirit of Yahushua reveal things to you. And it will be a matter of time. It may be confirmed right away. They may be made known more clearly and physically before your very eyes at another time. Discernment is a phenomenal experience. Sometimes you may see things that others do not right away, but I assure you there's another witness. There's a second person or more who will bear witness to the truth as the Spirit of Yahushua make known His words and what is necessary for us to improve in our worship and obedience to the Almighty Father. Discernment is phenomenal, my brothers and sisters. It is not as man define it in the dictionary. Discernment can only be most effective if you understand discernment to be when the Spirit of Yahushua uncovers, reveals, make known, make alive. Hebrews 11:1-3 says, and belief is the substance of what is expected, the proof of what is not seen. For by this the elders obtain witness. By belief we understand that the ages were prepared by the word of the Almighty One, so that what is seen was not made of what is visible. And Hebrews 11:6 says, but without belief it is impossible to please Him. For he who comes to the Almighty One has to believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of those who earnestly seek Him. My brothers and sisters, I know our journey is very complex to say the least, but remember there are promises, covenants that exist made by the Almighty Father Yahuwah. All promises made will be kept and will prove to come with many diverse challenges as we march into the task ordered of us by the Almighty One. The time of thinking we are in control is about to vanish as we witness living orders and commands dictate what is necessary for fulfilling scriptures. We will face a transformation. We will witness moving away from a democratic mindset or majority rule type thought to a position that will be reflective of individuals being used by Master Yahushua Messiah, ordering, dictating what must and will be done. Remember, end times do not hold a lot of maybes or mights. In other words, we say it might be this, it may be, maybe this is what's going to happen. They state what will come to be, period. There will be those among us who will demonstrate the ability to discern and obey, And there will be those who will struggle, but make the right decision to follow the leaders of Yahushua Messiah. We will learn when to submit, and we will learn when to lead if these are the orders presented before us. There is no doubt that there will be individuals who will rebel and discover being left behind. But I assure you, those who will fulfill the end time prophecies of the emergence of the 144,000 Hebrews, 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes of Yasharal, along with the great multitude, are receiving refinement and will identify orders that will be executed. Who do you think will win? Our stiff neck, our unbelief, or the power and might of the Almighty Father, ordering what is necessary for His word to remain true? Do you think we can make His living word a lie? Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. The times of thinking we're in control will soon vanish. The time is now to begin to seek to grow in maturity with a sense of urgency. It is time to now step away from compromising camps, fellowships, groups, and assembly, and begin to focus on the Spirit of Yahushua and identify any movement that is moving and pressing into Yahushua Messiah according to His living words. If you're not being fed or nourished, if you do not witness being fed or growing or fruits systematically that contributes towards building up the body of Yahushua Messiah, then it is time to rethink how you are managing the breath that you're receiving from the Almighty One. It's time to rethink, should you continue on with compromising camps and teachings when you know that they are wrong? Who have come to realize if you focus on Yahushua Messiah and all the things that are expected and seek out the details regarding growing in set apartness, we may just discover others with like mind growing in maturity expeditiously in spirit and set apartness as guided by the Spirit of Yahushua. Yes, many people will throw there, you're not going to find a perfect camp, a fellowship, a group. Some will even say a perfect church. But know this, my brothers and sisters, there's no scripture that tells us to embrace such mindset, to be slowful in pursuing set apartness with a sense of urgency. There is nothing that states that. Scriptures inform us we are in battle. This is spiritual warfare, and we have an obligation to focus on Yahushua Messiah. Scriptures inform us to walk filled with the set-apart Spirit of the Most High. And this can be done with all sincerity and obedience to Him as He works through us directly, or through us one towards another, through His chosen ones. Burying our heads in the sand, so to speak, and embracing an avoidance posture, a posture that disregards what is real, will not and cannot stop what is unfolding regarding the fulfillment of end-time prophecy. The schedule of the Most High will prove to require timeliness and obedience. As we begin to discern His schedule and witness His actions, His words, His orders, we will witness habitable places on this planet begin to roll up like a scroll. Man will begin to witness forced migrations and transitions like never before, for end times will prove to dictate focus, going back to the region where it all began. End time will prove that there are only two sides, the sides of wickedness and the side of set apartness for Yasharal, those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, those who will come to be known as the children of obedience. There are no middle grounds. Either we are pursuing set apartness and growing in maturity, or we are rebelling. The fruit of our actions will speak louder than any words, and soon it will prove that time will prove that we who are among the ranks of those who will be gathered from the four corners, time will prove that we are being refined and perfected for such a journey. Now, allow me to ask you the following questions. Do you believe there will be a final exodus? Do you believe our final exodus could occur during our lifetime? Are you aware this will require movement? Are you aware that it will require a time of leaving people behind? or purging people from among us who are not called in order to fulfill such tasks? Are you aware that time plays a critical role in our transition? If there is a movement and timing is critical, would it not be safe to realize these factors are components of a schedule that we have no control over? Are end times part of the Most High's plan? Are they embedded in His schedule? My brothers and sisters, I assure you there's a master schedule in existence. It has been created by the Almighty Father since the dawn of the ages. We will come to identify the tasks expected of each of us as the Almighty Father's plan unfold. We will come to discern His schedule, and we will come to discern what is expected, and we will respond. My brothers and sisters, pray and watch. There are those who are ordered to fulfill end time prophecies. Not a maybe, not a might, not a if I can find somebody. Scripture said there will be 144,000, and there will be a great multitude. Scriptures also inform us that the Most High disciplined those whom He loved. So I ask you again, who do you think is going to win this battle? The Most High in fulfilling His schedule, with His attendees, with His servants, through His living orders and command? Or those of us who say, I ain't going to be no individual of the 144,000. I ain't part of the great multitude. I'm going to stay here and be in my comfort zone. You see, my brothers, here's the most amazing thing. The Almighty Father Yahuwah is almighty. He dictates, He orders. He is patient, He is loving. He has proven to be one that allows us to experience the fruit of our rebellion. But do not take it to mean that we serve a passive Almighty One. For in due season we will come to realize this schedule is going to become very clear, crystal clear, highly visible. All those who have ever had exposure to the written scriptures will come to know that this thing we call life had an instruction manual. Though it's been tampered with in many ways by man, it did not impede, nor will it ever impede, the plan of the Most High. Nor will it ever stop the schedule of the Most High. The time is now to discern the schedule that is created by the Almighty Father. My brothers and sisters, come and join me as we witness and participate in the shaping of an awakening nation. I invite you to continue listening to Yasharal's living orders and command and ask yourself, are these words set apart? Are they indeed a reflection of what the Spirit of Yahushua is saying to us? And if so, what responsibilities do we have as we press forward with the breath that is given by the Almighty Father? I invite you, my brothers and sisters, come. Let us get acquainted. Let us begin to ask questions of one another. Let us begin to discern and identify those who are serious about this walk, not just in words, but in deed and actions. Until next time, I pray that each of us are able to endure until the very end. I pray that we will come quickly to understand and embrace the importance of discerning the schedule of the Almighty Father, for we are indeed, from all practical perspectives, on a collision course to extinction. From a set-apart perspective, we are on an appointed schedule before the judgment seat of the Almighty Father. What's your position, O Yasharal? What will you do, my brothers and sisters? Choose wisely, choose carefully how you manage each set-apart instructions that come before your ears or before your eyes or within your spirit. For Isaiah 55:11 will prove to be true. We will come to identify the words of the Most High, the things that are set apart from Him through His set-apart Spirit, sending Yahushua's name, stirring our spirits, shaking our minds, causing our bodies, souls to respond. Pray and watch. These words will prove to be true in due season, if not already. Until next time, You have been listening to Yasharal, Living Orders and Commands, and this segment was entitled Discerning the Schedule. Pray and seek to discern whether there are indeed living orders and commands within this message. Until next time, my brothers, my sisters, my family, shalom, shalom, shalom.